Hi everybody, welcome back. Welcome to day 3 of the Gummiapan Easter calendar of 2025, April the 16th. So in the wee pocket today, what we've got is a lying down rabbit, an Easter egg shape, a feather, and this little edging which cuts into the card, excuse me. So I've got all my bits cut out already because it just takes too long to do them, I feel, on screen. So I'll carry on, and I've added some extra bits. I've added these tulips. I've got the pot done as well, but I don't know if I'll use it. But I've added these. So I've cut all my pieces out, as I've said. I've cut some of them out in white, some in green, some in different colours. And I've got this nice blue gingham card that I had in my stash. I've had this for years. I think when I very first started doing paper craft, I got this paper, well, card. It's quite thick actually. So I got this and I thought, I'm just going to use this because I wanted a bit of gingham for this card. So I've cut out various colours of Easter eggs, or eggs. Well, I'm making an Easter card, so it is Easter eggs. And there's various colours there. There we go. I mean, this one could be blue as well, or not red, but I'm keeping it that colour because we've already got a red one. So I've got those, and I've got a piece of, this is a slightly different card. It's not silk and weave. It's a sort of hammered type card from Anita's Card Bases. And then I've got the gingham piece, which is going to go on next with a wee white border. Then I cut into, now let's put these onto something. So I cut into the card with that die. So that's what I was talking about with the little bit of the edger. So it makes a nice edge. I could have done it around the full length of the card. Now there's a mark on that card, I don't know why, but I'm going to cover it up anyway. So it's just a case of it cuts into your card on the edge, and then you just keep moving it along until you've got it on the whole edge. So it's really quite nice. So I've got that as well, and then I've got another piece of, I'm going to try and cover that a bit with this because I don't know what that mark is, and I didn't want to cut it all out again. So yeah, so what I thought I'd do, I've got these pieces all done, and I thought I'd pop this on ready onto the base, and then I'd get on with colouring because I'm going to colour a lot of the other stuff, and then we can put it together and make it into a spring card. I think actually I might send it to somebody who's not very well and who definitely needs this to brighten their day, and it is their birthday as well, but I just want to send them this lovely card when I make it. I'm sure it's going to be good. So that's my base piece, and this is the piece that I'll be working on, so pop that to the side just now. And then what I want to do here, now what's this piece of paper? Oh, that's that other piece of card. So I've got two bunnies. Now I'm not planning on using two bunnies, but I could. What I thought I might do was pop that there. I could use two bunnies or one. I thought the bunny could be in amongst the Easter eggs, doubled up there. Easter eggs could kind of be, there could be a few here like this, and he's just in amongst them like that, and then there could be a few more at this side as well, something like that. And then there's these feathers, but I'm not sure if I'll use them, but I may colour them in and just put a few feathers, but there might be too much going on, so I don't know about that. And then just the tulips kind of in amongst the place, I might do a bit of blending in green at the bottom, not entirely sure. And I mean, I might put the pot in, I'm not sure either. So that's my plan. So I'm going to get my, that's my plan. So I'm going to pop this at the minute over here because I'm going to colour in these ones here with my Ohuhu pens. Now I just want to pop these away just now, over here, out the way. So I'm just going to bring my pens in. And I'm going to try and colour them really just quite lightly. I don't want it to be too like bright, or because I have done sort of quite dark bits I thought I might put on top for the stems, cut these off and colour the top half of the floral in a colour. But I'm thinking, I don't know, I might not use that at all because it's quite dark. So anyway, we're going to colour in the rabbit. And I want to make him a kind of cool grey colour. So I've got this is cool grey, and this is BG038 if you're interested. And all it does is it just kind of, what I'm doing is just kind of going into these areas that are embossed. So the little lines that are sort of embossed there like that. And I can also just go in a bit round him as well, just to give him a little bit of colour but not overly coloured, if you see what I mean. So I can go down and you can probably see that a wee bit better. So let's just kind of cast a bit of shadow on him, make him look a bit more 3D instead of flat. But this will really kind of disappear, this colour. It's not, it's not a strong colour. I'm just going to colour his legs in a bit more. Now I may or may not put a bit more of some other grey on it, but I'm just going to put this very pale pastel pink RV 210 just into his ears. Now see, that for me is quite bright. So I've got the colourless blender, so I can take some of that colour out. So the colourless blender is just 0. It's not got a number. Take some of that back, and that's better. It's not quite as bright as it was before. It was too bright for me. That's better. Right, so I've got this one. So this was BG038. So I wonder if, let me see. Cool grey. BG. So we've got this one, which is slightly darker, cool grey, BG042. So I might just try and blend these in together. So just putting a wee bit darker under here and round his middle, and then I'll blend it in a bit with that colour I've just used, because I think it does need a bit more colour than I was thinking. And that just makes him look a wee bit more coloured in. And then I can just go back over it again with the thicker tip and just blend that all in. But it does look like he's actually got some shading. So there we go. I can bring it up slightly again. Right, so that's the rabbit, and I think I'm just going to double him up and put him on like that, just to make it a bit more rigid. Right, so let's just get to these feathers. And I'm not sure if I'll use them all. I might use one or two, maybe, not entirely sure. So I am going to go actually down the middle with this grey one that we used a minute ago, which is Cool Grey BG042, and I'm going to use just that very thin bit, very thin nib, and because I just want to keep it all quite pale, not too vibrant. Right, so that's that done. And now, thinking of colours, so it's got blue, so maybe I could put a bit of blue in it somewhere. So looking at my key, I don't want a vibrant blue, I don't want dark blues. There's a few there that are slightly lighter. That's turquoise blue and that's pastel blue. Let's go for pastel blue. So that's B289. Where is it? Here we go. Let's just look at that. It's still quite blue. Might have to pull that colour out a bit. So I'm just going to go in to these areas. I'm just going to go around the edge a little bit as well. I don't feel there's, I just feel that go in these sort of areas that you think might be darker. Find a point where you think, well, the light might come from the left, so I'll do the right darker. That's what I tend to do. And I do go into these sort of other areas. So I'll do a couple of these. So I think the light's coming into the right. The light's coming to the left. I would do, as I say, the darker side would be the right side. But you know, you just choose what, if you use this die set, if you have been lucky enough to get one, you just do what makes you happy, really. That's what I think. Do what makes you happy, and that will be okay. And I suppose I best just do this one as well, because we might just use that. So this time I'm going to go to that side and just put a bit more colour onto that side. And less colour on here, just kind of going around the edge a bit, really. And I'm going to colour in with the, now let's see what I could do with it. So that was pastel blue. I suppose I could go in it with another colour that's not necessarily a blue. Where's that? YR892 is French Vermilion. YR, let me see if I can find it. Where are you, French Vermilion? I don't see it. It's hiding. Oh, no, that's not it. Excuse my stomach. Oh, no, that's orange. No, we can't go in there. I must have forgot to actually put, do you know, I've actually forgot to put that colour in here in the grid. We can't go for French Vermilion because it's bright orange. So let's just try pastel peach. Let's just go over it in pastel peach. I know it's not anything to do with blue, but it's a nice pale colour. And if we don't like it, I can always go over it with something else. There we go. And that's a different kind of way of having a bit of a colour combo. So there we go. So I've got those done. So the next thing I'm going to do is the tulips. So I'm just going to do the tulip floral heads because I've already, as I said, cut out a couple of greens, although I might not use the greens that are there because they're quite dark. So let's do a couple of these floral heads in different colours, and we might do the pot because I might use the pot as well. I just can't pick these up because of these nails, because of these shellac nails. It's ridiculous. Right, let's see. So I'm thinking nice pastel purples and things might be quite nice. So this one is V284 Pastel Violet. So if you've got these Ohuhu pens, they're quite nice to use. If you haven't, if you've got other alcohol pens, they're just as nice. Just use what you want. I wanted to try these to see what they were like, and they are really good. I've not been disappointed with them at all. So that was Pastel Violet. This one is Pale Blue Violet, which is B281. Just there. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's covered the whole thing now. I didn't want to do that. I didn't realise that one was darker. Right, what we'll do here is we'll go over that and that bit here. And that should show the colour a bit better. Other violets, we've got quite a few. We could have some nice yellow as well, yellow. So I've got two of those now. So this one is Y495 Lemon Yellow. So it's, let's see what colours. And this one is Y691 Melon Yellow. So which ones? That's a bit darker. So we'll just put a few darker bits in all these nice little bits of groove, which hopefully will still be seen. So I'm just going to go over the top with this one, which was Lemon Yellow. So there, I don't see a whole lot of difference, but there's a wee bit. And I'm going to do this one as well because I don't want them all the same colour. And let's see, this is Pastel Pink. No, yeah, that's too bright. Way too bright. Salmon Pink might be quite nice over the top of this one. See, yeah, that's quite nice. You can still see the darker colour through it. So that's quite nice. And I'm just going to do the pot. So I'm going to do the pot sort of brown colour. So we've got walnut here and brown grey. Let's see. What's the brown grey like? Yeah, let's go for this. These two just now. So I'm going to go in and just, as I say, choose one side where I want the shadow to be cast onto, like that. A wee bit more here actually. And then just get this other colour, which is E280 Brown Grey, and just blend that in to the other. Get quite a good blend there. That one was E463 Walnut, just in case you're interested if you've got these pens. So, right, what I want to do now is I want to just chop off the tops of these. I mean, I could have coloured them in as well, but I just want to see what it's like if I pop this over the top with the green, or if I need to. That looks okay. Let's see what this one looks like. I think this is going to be too dark, but we can just see. So cut these floral heads off. Just like that. Go. Cut that one off and that one off. And let's see, I think that's going to be too dark. No, maybe not. I don't know. I think I might just leave them and colour them in with the greens. Right, so the greens that I'm using are, this green is pale green G284 and bronze green G554. So I presume this one's a bit darker, yes, and that one. So going into all these areas, I'm just going to do a couple the same. And then I'm going to go over it with thick part of the marker, just over the top and up there a bit to the stem. And that's one lot. And then this one as well. Just try and blend that in a bit more. Just gently get that one. There we go. So that's those two. They can go over, and then I'll use a slightly different colour variation for the next two. We'll have a vivid green, which is G471. That's actually mint green, not vivid green. We've got vivid green as well, which is G472. So let's just see, that's kind of jadey colour. I think this one might work on the bottom. So just going in these grooves again, into each of these little bits of the grooves. There we go. And then using the thicker end here just to go over the whole thing. Actually, probably should have used the other colour first. I don't think you can really see. Oh dear, never mind. Doesn't matter really. Right, so we've got all our pieces now. I'm going to pop them off this. I probably should have done another pot. So I may do another pot, get rid of those. I'll just budge you up again. Slightly, hope you don't get too dizzy there. Put these to the side and get rid of those. Right, so let's get our card base back. And let's just pop this together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this onto foam pads first. It really is a lovely little edger. It's really nice, that die cut. Let's just chop that a bit more. And then one more piece at the end. Well, might put a bit down the middle actually. A couple of bits down the middle. And then one for that end. Cut that wee bit off, it's a bit too long. Oh. Go and So I'm not going to take that off yet because I'll pop it on once I've sorted this. So I'm going to just glue this piece down as well. Now I could have chopped that into an egg shape or drawn an egg shape just to give it a bit of Easter. Let me just think. Hold on a second. Or I have got this, but that would be too big, wouldn't it? I think that wouldn't look right. I think that's too big. I wonder if I can just draw around that and then cut it out. Bear with me. So I'm going to get a pen. I'm going to draw around it. And I could cut it out with the die cut machine, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to cut it. So I'll come back once I've cut it. Right, so I've cut that out and that looks okay, I think. And now I'm going to just put the card together. So actually what I should have done was pop this on first, and then that would be that stuck down ready. And then we can put the rest of the design together. So I would like to just say thank you to everybody who's continuing to subscribe, share and like all my videos. It's really good of you. It's really important to me to build up my channel, and I'm so happy that I got to 1,000 subscribers now, over 1,000. I'm really pleased. It's so heartwarming when you get so much support from people. So just lining that up with a line of a sort and then just popping it on, and then I just want to put that on there. It's just to hide that bit here. So I'm thinking I might just add a little bit of tape to that as well, just to lift it up a little bit. So there we go. Let's just put a bit up the middle there. That should work. That can just sit on the edge there. And then we can see how it looks. So I'm just kind of looking through my camera to see that I kind of got it. Might move it along slightly. There we go. Right, now to compile. So let's get rid of all these. Let's get our tweezers, or my tweezers, in here somewhere, I think, or could be at the side here. Now, I did have them. What have I done with them? Oh, for goodness sake. I was losing them. There, I've got them. So, for the feathers, maybe could put one there, one kind of here, and maybe one, don't know where else. You could have one on the bottom as well. And right, I want to pop the bunny together, so I'll leave that like that. So I want to just get my glue. I'm just going to stack him. Come on, glue, out you come. I need you to come out. Here it comes. Be far too much now. Be squeezing out everywhere. So just stack him up top of the other one. Try and level them up. There we go. Just pop him on there for now. And I'm trying to decide about these. I might just put them a few here, a few there, like that. These can go inside of this. Let's see. So this has got a wee slit here, just at the top. So you can pop them inside, so it makes it look like they're actually growing out of the pot instead of kind of just going in there. So that's quite nice. That can probably go like that with a few other sort of bits there. One there maybe, and one, don't know, one maybe swap them round, put that one there and put the purpley one there, and then we can have some more eggs. So there should be another egg somewhere. I don't want that bit of here. Get a couple of eggs here, and I think that's what I'm going to do because I think that looks quite nice. So let's put it together. So let's do these first. Wasn't sure if I was using them, but I think I'll just do it because they actually look fine. So just slightly there, off there. And if I get a wipe, I can just get rid of that glue, hopefully, because I don't want glue on it. And then one here where I've placed it. So I tend to try and do that if I'm making a scene card. I try and place the pieces where I think I want them to be, and then I just leave them there. And then when it's time to glue them on, I know where they're going, where I've decided I would put them. So this one's going to go down here, which will go just sort of like that. Get rid of that glue as well. And then I'm going to go for these three next. So I'll just do this one first. I'm going to pop it there. That. This one next. So these were just cut out of different pieces of papers that I had in my stash, and I'm going to put him on next because, just because. So just put him there, just kind of there. Just make sure there's not too much glue oozing out all over the place. And then this one is going to go, so it could either go red or, so I think I'm going to just keep it like that. A sort of angle, there we go. So that's that lot. Now I'm going to put this one up there just now. I'm going to pop this one on first. So go. So just kind of there under that bit. That's fine. So just get a small block. I always try to get a wee block just to hold them down a bit for a few seconds, and then I mop up any excess of that. So that's going to go there. So this one is going to now go just kind of here. I'll just put it here. So just the same thing. I love tweezers. I used to never use tweezers, but I couldn't actually craft as well without them, I don't think, these days. So just push that down as well. Just make sure it's stuck down. Alright, that's not quite stuck, and there's a bit extra glue there, which I don't really want. There we go. And then let's put this one on. That's just going to be here. Oh. Excuse my stomach's making funny noises, you know. Just going to hold that down for a few seconds until it grips onto the bottom. That's better. And then we'll take that away and we'll do our 3 eggs. Oh, I don't think I've put them down, but they seem to be kind of stuck already. I don't know. So, right. going to be a cute little card, I think. It's really going to be quite cute. I'm going to put that one to the side there. Wasn't going to use that cult side. Oh well, I've done it now. Too late. Can't change it now. I've done it now. I was going to use the red, wasn't I? Never mind. And then we'll just put that one over there, and we can put the wee flower in at the end. That's fine. And then this wee tulip. Oh, come on, tulip. Excuse me. Just on the end there. Just slightly on top of that egg, which is fine. Just want to get rid of some of that. Now, that's more or less me done, but before I finish off, I'm going to just add a wee sentiment. So let's see, I've got this, as I said, this card's probably going to go to a friend whose actual birthday it will be, but it's also spring, Easter time. So they did have a bit here which said Happy Easter, but I now can't find it. Happy New Year, that says. No, I don't want Happy New Year. Let's see if we can find Happy Easter. I'm sure there's ones with Easter on it. I've not used them, unless I'm thinking of a different one. Happy New Year, that says. I'm sure I saw one with Happy Easter. Oh yes, there it is. Now, do we have that in white at the bottom here? Let's see, because I think I'd prefer to keep it white than... Now, here's one. Cute as a bunny. So we could add that. Cute as a bunny. So let's just pop that on. I don't know if that's even straight or squint. Cute as a bunny. Now, let me see. Where was that? Let's see. As cute as a bunny. Can't see that one which has got Happy Easter in the white. It's maybe not in white, it's maybe only in black. Cute as a bunny. Let me see if there's something else I can add then. Can't see anything, so I'm just going to leave it. So that's my card basically for number 3, third day of the Easter calendar from Gummiapan. So I will put another sentiment onto that just to finish it off, and it will be on my social media pages, which I'll link in the information box down below. But thanks so much for bearing with me, and I'll see you on day 4. Bye for now.